Let me have a position, you know, because it's a big room, and I like to be in front of people, and I appreciate to be in Indiana, and I love this area very much. I've been in the state for many years. I'm not an Indiana man. I'm a Midwest near Minnesota, but it's a tremendous area where I see a lot of corn, soybean, excellent opportunity, you know, to do things. My thing is human resources. And I think through the years, as you go forward in productivity, we have something that is very clear: technology. I think the U.S. has the tremendous resources of technology, private and university technology, so we know what to do. Absolutely. If tomorrow we have a new way of inseminating, like intrauterine insemination, we know how to do it, and it works. There's no difference between normal and intrauterine. So we know. So the challenge for you as people is you have the best technology available. The problem is how we're going to use it. And here comes what I say, human resources, the staff management, which makes a tremendous difference. And technology, I say, is something fixed. Human resources is moving, moves like this. Why? Because everyone in this room who are in the PIC business, myself, have different things inside of each other. We are fluent. We are people that has different ideas of what they want to do. We have different languages today in the farms, right? We have different ages. We have people with 40 years of work who have been what I call family farms. When I arrived in the state in 1968, it was family farms. Now it's different, you know. So all of this makes it something interesting for everyone here in this room to understand what is the value of human resources, because it's fundamental that whatever technology we have to use the human resources. So let's go on as we move forward. What has been my challenge here in the state, my challenge everywhere, you know, that we talk a lot and things are not there, yet proven that the human resources are well trained, and the numbers of the farms show very clearly that we have a lot to do yet. Because we have to be very direct that the farm level and the farm numbers on productivity and so on shows clearly what we have in human resources. I always like to find myself backed up by people, and I want to show you Theodore Roosevelt, one of the presidents of this country, which I admire very much. And when I'm in trouble, I follow leaders. Let's see. Be part of it. It's important to be part of the system. Be hands-on. We are hands-on people. We have to be in the farming house, we have to be in the weed stages. We are hands-on people. Embrace the strong work ethics. Motivate yourself. You have to come up motivated to go to the sites where you're going to work. You dare to change. You know, we're changing every day. Like in Europe, you know, they're winning at 28 days of age. We're not there yet, but it's a change. And I'm not going to do it, but it's a change. I have to look at it. Offer all you have and catch the reading disease. What is a reading disease for me? You have to be aware what's going on by reading through your computer. I think PIC has a tremendous backup on reading material that we should have in our farms, you know, so we can direct ourselves what I do back home. If PIC says, you know, you have an average daily gain of so much, and I quote my numbers, I'm not there yet. So reading is very important. Excellent papers from PIC. This is something that I want to say, and maybe you're not aware or you don't agree with me, that in 40 years our productivity has never before been increased so much. Unfortunately, only 25% categorized as excellency, and 75% in the US have much to go. I'm using Stride Management System records, you know. I see big corporations where they have 30 farms, you know, and there's good farms and not so good farms. So it's a tremendous amount of records showing that 25% of the pigs in the areas in herd side 1 are doing well, and the others are yet to go. So we have an opportunity there, which for me is tremendously interesting. We have to produce more because we have to export more than the 30% of our pigs to have good prices in the US. So we have to make an effort on productivity. Why is that having a technical source available? We have to capture the leading technology. We know just what it is. We make it work in projects. They have to be simple, exact, and focused. Finally, successful diagnosis of the problem must have a network available for finding solutions. Every time we have a solution, I'm not talking about the disease problem because I'm out of that, PED and PRRS, but there's other solutions that we have to follow and try to find outside of our system. There again, it's a quote for, I'm sorry for the numbers, but the mean is the 10% of that is 11 born alive, and the best are 13 born alive. So we have the data. We have the data. Please understand, the data show us where we are and what we should do. This is something that has to be done, where I am compared to what the best are doing. So what is first? Genetics, we talk about genetics. Health, we know about health, record, nutrition, welfare, genetic dissemination. For me, what is first? Human resources. I cannot do nothing without the human resources that we need in our herds. Side 1, 2, and 3. It's something personal. My thinking interior myself, it says, if I want to be on the 25 or 10%, I have to have the best people. That is number one thing. It's not, I'm not going to say technology, but who works the technology? It's people. Sorry. So what makes a leader? I'm going to be very defined here as a leader. A leader is not the top people. Everyone is a leader. I like side 1. I like side 1. I want to be a leader of side 1. I don't have to be in the top to be a leader. And in side 1, I want to be the leader in reproduction. 95% firing rate, 14 born alive. That's my leadership, okay? So this is what we have to do. Ourselves find us a way to become leaders, okay? Satisfy your own self and efficiency in your work. Daniel Coleman in Harvard Business Review said, self-awareness, who I am. I am something that brings solutions, self-awareness. We have to do something inside of us to feel ourselves positive. Self-regulation, I can't be a bad guy with bad mood, you know, and come in a farm. I do it sometimes, and it's my own farm, so sometimes I have to do it, but anyway, it's wrong. Motivate people. Heck, if a man does well, shake hands, say thank you, say tremendous. How you did it? Please tell me. Motivation, empathy. We have to be an empathy people. We have to be part of the system. We have to find a way that we are motivated with an empathy thing. And social skill, of course, we have to take care of the social skill of our people who work with us. So leadership. Leadership is the capacity to work with people and organizations. Very important. If you think you're a leader and no one follows you, you're wasting your time. Sometimes people think, I'm a leader, and nobody's behind you. You are my leader. How many people I have for under me? None. He's going to retire, and there's going to be nobody there, you know, to feel the work. If you cannot influence people, you cannot generate changes, and I think that's important. People management. Be the first person at work. Smile and greet employees. Get to know employees as individuals. Pay employees well. Complementary employment. Be polite, listen well, say thank you. Key employments inform, encourage improvement, be a mentor. Treat your employees like volunteers. And this is something we have to do. Our human relation thing. I like this, you know. And please understand, I work in the Midwest for many years. And I like this tremendous opportunity to be at 10 o'clock in the morning, you know. After that, we're going to breathe this out, you know, at 10. So we are there having coffee, you know, and big impact on productivity. Human resources very important, difficult to find, bilingual today. Challenge for the leaders, capture talent staff, retention, motivation, capacitation, and excellent working environment. What I call working environment. We have to move forward to show that the working environment where we're going to have a coffee, where we're going to have our necessity, is absolutely perfect. So that whatever minutes we're going to be with our people, human resources, they're satisfied, they're relaxed, they're making a stop in their work. Maybe they get up at 6 in the morning to arrive at 6:30, you know. It's an excellent opportunity to show that we consider them, that we show that we are interested to have those half an hour on a relaxed condition. Employee concern, I just put here a lot of concerns, you know, you can read it in your book. Health care costs, job security, adequate retirement saving. So a person is not an empty thing. It has a lot of things inside him that we have to consider, you know, that he's thinking about all these things as he moves forward in the working conditions. Gap between old and new staff. I'm here in Minnesota with Jim Olson and his wife, a tremendous couple, 6,000 sows, great productivity. And in the other side, I'm with a man, a young guy with first day in the business. Why I'm there? I'm there to show him that he's an important man. I could be with Jim, but I'm better with him because I need him to be a permanent man with us, and I'm showing him he is a very, very good place to work. Help young people. I'm with two other young candidates, so they're working there, also in Minnesota, helping the young people. What we have to do, we have to teach the guys to do something and then go on and say why we have to do it that way. Why? It's important, don't get inside the crate. That's an order. And then you say, now I explain why you cannot go inside the crate. Because the crate is something totally different from an alley. So what are we doing? We're forcing an order, but afterwards we are giving the reasons why we're doing it. In the I system too, why we want, you know, not to come up and take the bag and squeeze it, you know, and not let the sow work there. Oops. Did I do wrong? Maybe. Sorry. New facilities, more investment in recreation area. This is South Dakota. Coffee break, lunch meeting, greeting. Why I say reading? Let's put some magazines there. A hunting magazine, fishing magazine, soccer football magazines, you know, whatever we can bring, you know, so that we take them out of the routine. We take them out of the routine, and they can chat and talk, and it's a different situation when you have a nice area where there's need for being out of the pigs. Today, pigs have, it's a hard job. This is network. If you don't know, someone else can help you. This is very important. Today, technology comes in, or human resources comes in. Let's do a tremendous network. Let's say, I'm going to show it this way. I have a problem in nutrition, okay? So if I have a problem in nutrition, what is nutrition? Could be gestation, lactation, could be first diets, you know, could be grower finishers. And I know in the state who is candidate to give me the best recommendation within my question. Okay, I pull out the plasma out of the first diet. I have to go and see who has worked tremendously in initial diets. Okay, and this is something that we should know so we can get the best answers. Network is very important. Being tall is not enough. Team approach is the best. And I'm characterized there that I'm a small guy and two big guys who are good friends of mine, but I'm just simulating the team approach. Okay? Not one individual knows everything. The team approach is the best. Okay? And also, the people working in the farm come up with good ideas, and they could be part of this team approach. This one is very good. Do not confuse your staff. Be straightforward and simple. This man, I'm going to call him Joe. I said, Joe, what are you doing? I like this handing of small pigs. And I said, we're going to do a thing, you know. I'm going to get in the crate, and you show me how to do it. And the guy said, by no way. And he puts me here. You follow me? He was doing the right thing. But what I'm saying is, bring to the sites, you know, something more than direct orders. Be more, in a way of being more relaxed. Okay? So after 45 years of work, it's not the product that generates profit, but people involved in designing, executing, and delivering. The staff that follows the leader, and the team finally will receive part of the profit of the company. So I'm going to go out of human resources. I'm going to be a technical guy. Must do. I'm in the farm. GDU feeders adjustment. Full feeding to open gills, especially in crate before breeding, a must. Gestation body condition, a must for lactation feeding take. Full feeding in lactation starting day 1. Wean to service, full feeding of individual feeders. Do I need a manual? This thing, you know, we like to write manuals, big manuals, you know. I think an order like this for human resources is much better if we follow it. I just opened my computer today in the morning, in November, the south that I've been bred. I mean, Faro, we are over 15 born lives. And I said, well, what's going on? We follow this. There's nothing more. And the people follow a very simple thing, you know, and we are where we are. So, understand very simple things. The other thing I would like to see is the flow, a tendency. This is 2,500 sows in Chile, 1050. And those are the parity 1 to parity 7 on born alive. There's a tendency to go up. I like tendency. When we're looking with the people that come, like, let's say PIC comes and visit us, we like tendency. We don't like lines like this. We're saying that the human resources are working toward a tendency of progress. And undoubtedly, This herd is now, the last is 14 born alive. This is another one, 14 born alive in Chile, 4,000 south, 93% firing rate, and 14 born alive. So what I'm saying is, and I want to be very clear, I'm in Chile, way south. I take the technology that we use in the state, and we can do it. Okay? But the human people, or the human resources in Chile here, has to be high qualified to get the numbers. Because as PIC progress, we will have to progress in our human resources. And more PICs we have, more things we have to do inside one, more things we have to increase our efficiency. So, finally, the lesson that we have learned is that there's no limit to knowledge. We visit the conference in the US, we have the best veterinary health, and so on. So we have the knowledge. What limits throughput is the lack of implementation of this knowledge, due to human resources. Those producers who work closely to the market can be more and more questioned if they don't fulfill the needs. What is that? Finally, I want to say, we are not only producers of pork, we are in the supermarket. And in the supermarket is where we're going to fulfill the needs of the US population. I think that is the principle that I think we should follow very clearly.